Good morning everyone. Basa tayo ng ating KJV Bible. Today is February 21, 2022, day 112 natin. Hiwa-hiwalay na naman tong ating babasahin guys. Psalms chapter 6, Psalms chapter 8 up to chapter 10, Psalms chapter 14, Psalms chapter 16, Psalms chapter 19, and Psalms chapter 21. Dito muna tayo. I-check na natin lahat para mamaya basa na lang ng basa. Psalms chapter 6, basa. To the chief musician on Neginoth upon Sheminith, a psalm of David. O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, help me, for my bones are vexed. My soul is also sore vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver my soul, O save me, for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave who shall give thee thanks? I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I meet my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. Mine eyes consume because of grief. It wax old because of all mine enemies. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. Let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Why always have enemies? Pwede bang puro na lang friends? Pwede naman puro na lang friends. Wala nang enemies. Dito naman tayo sa Psalms chapter 8 up to chapter 10. To the chief musician upon Gittith, a psalm of David. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained. Alam niyo guys, sometimes yung enemies, huwag niyong anuhin yan. Pwede naman kasing friends lahat. Tsaka huwag kasing masyadong antag nito. Basta para walang kaaway, huwag na kasing hindi ko masabi sa basta pwede ba puro na lang friends, wala nang enemies. So annoying kasi pagka may enemies. Di ba? Tsaka ako talaga, hindi talaga ako nagpapadecide ng iba. Ako mismo magde-decide sa sarili ko. Yung halimbawa kung mayroon kang dun sa isa, huwag kayong magpapa-apekto. Tsaka huwag din kasi alam niyo guys, yung mga salita na sinabi ni ganito, huwag kayong maniniwala sa ganyan as long as kayo mismo makakarinig. Yun, dyan, ang isa lang talagang ko. As long as ako ang makakarinig. Pero yung sasabihin lang ni ganito, sasabihin ni ganyan, ay, wala, hindi yan na-apekto sa akin. Kung sana hearsay lang yan. Hindi, kaya wala akong na kaaway na ganyan kasi nga hindi ako basta-basta naniniwala. Hearsay sa akin lahat yung mga ganyan. Okay, dito tayo sa verse 2. Out of the mouth of babes, as long as sa akin yung maririnig yun. Pagka ganyan yan. Pero pagka yung sa iba, hindi ako naniniwala na Sinabi ni ganito, sinabi ni ganyan. Verse 2, out of the mouth of babe and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest stall the enemy and the avenger. When I consider the heavens, the work of thy fingers. Kasi yung iba, ano lang yan, pinagsasabong lang kayo, ganyan. Kaya yung mga hatiran ng balita, hindi maganda. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained, what is man, that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man, that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, yea, and the beast of the field, the fowl of the air, and fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Psalms chapter 9. To the chief musicians upon Mount Labin, a psalm of David. I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O thou most high. When mine enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou settest in the throne, judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. O thou enemy, destruction are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed the cities, their memorial is perished with them. But the Lord had endured forever, he hath prepared his throne for judgment. And he shall judge the world in righteousness, he shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for the Lord has not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord which dwelleth in Zion, declare among the people his doings. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them, he forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, consider my trouble which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may shew forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion, I will rejoice in thy salvation. The hated are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed, the wicked is snared, and the work of his own hands. Higayon Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish. Basahin niyo rin yung KJV Bible niyo guys, para masundan niyo ako. Verse 18, for the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nation may know themselves to be but men. Sila. Psalms chapter 10. Why standest thou apart, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked is in his pride, doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He is seated in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He, he croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn God? He hath said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief, and spy to requite it with thy hand. The poor committed himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked, and the evil man seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble, thou wilt prepare their heart, thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, and the man of the earth may no more oppress. Wait. Hanggang chapter 10 lang ba tayo nito? Wait lang ha. Oh, 8 up to 10. Psalms chapter 14 naman tayo. Ano siya guys? Hiwa-hiwalay pero maiiksi lang. Psalms 14, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. Kaya huwag kayong palilito. Psalms 14, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. O that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Dito tayo sa Psalm chapter 16. Make Psalm of David. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord, my goodness extended not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth. And to the excellent in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places, yea, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope, for thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right, and there are pleasures forevermore. Kuhanin natin yan mamaya. Yung Psalm 16, verse 11. Psalms chapter 19. Unless may makuha tayo maganda rin dito, iba. Psalms chapter 19, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the head thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. They shall be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Maganda rin siya. Nag-ano tuloy ako kung alin kukuhanin ko. Nakalagay kasi kayo sa, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Nag-ano tuloy tayo kung alin kukuhanin natin para sa ating prayer for the GC. So, dito na tayo sa last chapter. Psalms chapter 21. Psalms chapter 21. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The king shall joy in the strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation how greatly shall he rejoice. Thou hast given him his heart desire, and thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness, thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever, thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. For the king trusted in the Lord, and from the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy heart hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength. So will we sing and praise thy power. So that's it. Bye everyone. God bless.